Good morning from Chicago. Today I'm going to help you understand that failure is good for you. Can you believe that? It's actually good for you. You heard it here today. Andy Kelly, CEO, Sundial Consulting. Beautiful day in Chicago. This city is very successful, although it's definitely had its share of failure. I mean, come on, haven't you seen the Blues Brothers? Did Jake and Elwood turn around at their first gig when they got to Bob's Country Bunker and realised that all they played was country and western? No, they didn't. They took a risk. They changed their name, the good old Blues Brothers Boys Band. They collected knowledge from the team, they rallied as a team and supported each other, and they gave it a shot. Rolling, 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 rawhide. When you fail, you learn. I don't know how else in life you learn if you don't fail. You know, look at many people through history that have been successful, have learned from their failures. You know, J.K. Rowling, she was out of a job, she was on welfare, and she was a single mum when she sat in that coffee shop and wrote Harry Potter. Thank you, J.K. It's a gift. It's a family favourite. My daughter's love of her life. Just before her husband, or maybe her mum, I'm not sure which way. Steve Jobs, he fell out of college, dropped out of college, and he was fired by Apple. And he said it was the best time in his career. He learned more, he grew more than any other time in his career. He came back and turned Apple into the largest company in the world. Look at Michael Johnson, you know, very successful player. Lost 300 games, missed 26 crucial game-winning shots. Right, gutting, but he didn't give up, right, he carried on. And these people all have something in common. They take control. They take control of their thoughts. They take control of the way they kind of perceive themselves. You know, your brain does funny things with you when you fail. It distorts your perceptions, right? It distorts your perceptions of your goals. It makes them look unattainable. So, for example, there was a study where a bunch of people were given American football and asked to kick the ball over the post. And then they were asked to measure the distance to the posts and the height of the posts. The people that failed said the posts were further away, and they said that the post was higher. So the brain was telling them it couldn't be done. It's a rascal, you know, your brain messes with you. In fact, the best line I heard this year was from a sales leader at LinkedIn in a workshop, Katie Weiss. And we're chatting away, and she said, you know what, everyone? You just need to treat your brain like your bitch. The room erupted. People were laughing and laughing, but it's so true. You know, it does funny things to you. When you fail, your brain kind of creates a wound, right? A feeling of a wound, and it kind of makes you feel helpless, right? And it's doing that because it's trying to avoid another wound, right? So it's trying to stop you doing it again. But the point is, you're going to do it differently, right? You're not going to fail again, or you're not going to fail in the same way again, right? You've learned something. You're going to try and apply some new knowledge, some new skills. You're going to do it differently. The other thing about your brain is it makes you unconsciously fear failure. I've met a lot of people that tell me they fear failure, and it's subconscious. So they don't really logically think about their thoughts. They don't really think about the reality of the risk or the reality of potential failure. And then it gets even worse because they think they're going to fail. They want to find a way out. So they kind of put things in place to almost make themselves fail. They self-sabotage, right? So that they have an excuse of when they fail. So we often take leaders up to the mountains. We ask them to cross a chasm, 100 foot down, 100 foot across. It's terrifying. And the night before they have to prepare, and often people stay too long at the bar, right? They stay up till very late at night or early in the morning at the bar. So when they wake up the next day, they're not at their best, they've got a hangover, they've got an excuse to fail. They often sit at breakfast for too long, the group gets out late, when they get to the chasm, there's kind of not enough time to get across. Right, but you need to take control, you know. If you don't fail, you don't get that sinking feeling. you don't get that motivation to push to do better, right? You need to take control of the variables, right? That's the way to get through failure. Get control of the variables in failure. Try to work out what you can control and what you can't control, and then divide them, okay? And then focus on the things that you can't control, right? Do more planning, gain more knowledge, talk to more people, get support, make sure you're feeling good and healthy, make sure it's a good day to take a risk, make sure people are around you to pick you up if you fail, and then it helps. I can't tell you how many people tell me that, oh, I'm really shocking at presentations, Andy, I'm terrible on my feet. But I tell you what, I'm awesome when I know my subject and I plan. Guess what? Do some bloody planning and know your bloody subject. You have to get control. If you get control of yourself, it's literally an antidote. It is the antidote for helplessness and demoralization. But you have to take risks. If you don't take risks, you can't fail. So look, I'm going to give you a gift. This is a poem, a gift that was given to me by my mentor, Tony Chapman. And I often read it when I'm struggling or when I'm about to take risk and I'm scared. So here you go, this is a gift for you. It's called The Risk Poem. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach for another is to risk involvement. To expose your ideas, your dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To believe is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risks must be taken. Because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. People who risk nothing, do nothing, have nothing, are nothing. They may avoid suffering or sorrow, but they cannot learn, cannot feel, cannot change, grow, love, or live. Chained by their uncertainties, they are slaves. They have forfeited their freedom. Only a person who risks is free. How about that? Abraham Lincoln said, I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light that I have. And that's the opportunity that you have. If you want something you've never done, you have to do something you've never done, okay? So, give it a shot. You can do it. Let us know how you failed in life and where you've learned and your inspiring stories of coming back, because there are many of you that have them. But for now, Andy Kelly, CEO, Sundial Consulting from Chicago. Goodbye. We hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please share it with your friends and let us know with a like or a comment. But more importantly, please subscribe on the button below. And also, if you really don't want to miss out on any of our great insights from me and my team, please also click the little bell. Okay, we look forward to speaking to you soon. For now, Andy Kelly, Sundial Consulting. Thank you.